everyone, it's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a process video for you today. I know it's out of order, out of my normal schedule, but ever since the summer, my scrapbooking schedule has been totally derailed, and I'm even like rethinking some of the stuff that I was doing for my December daily. But in the meantime, I am scrapbooking the rest of my December photos, and this is one that I am sharing with you. Obviously, this video is sped up, so it's under 10 minutes, but really, like it didn't, in real time, it didn't take that long anyway. So this is going to go under the scrapbooking in less than 10 minutes playlist if you want to check that out here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and I hope that you find this video helpful, and that if you do like it, you give it a thumbs up and you hit that subscribe button. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's nice to have you here. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite holiday is to scrapbook. Obviously, in December, we celebrate Christmas, and so I always have a lot of Christmas-themed activities and events that we go to scrapbook. And so this is a photo of my daughter and her cousins on December 23rd. My brother-in-law was born on Christmas Day, and so they always have his birthday dinner on the 23rd. And so and then we exchange ornaments. And so the kids were holding up their ornaments in the gift boxes. I did, for privacy's sake, cover up my niece and nephew with some washi tape, so that's why that's on the photo. So what I'm doing here now is I took a piece of Vicki Boutin Foundation Paper, but you could use whatever white cardstock you want, and I placed my pattern paper and my photo kind of down where I wanted it, and then I took a pencil and I did a few little outlines at the corners so that I would know as I was doing my mixed media where the photo lines were going to be, so that I didn't end up putting the mixed media where it's just going to get covered up. The colors that I chose, because this is Christmassy, Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Festive Berries, and Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Rustic Wilderness. And then because there's a little bit of pink in these pattern papers, I also did Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Picked Raspberry, which I really like the way that these colors went together. And I'm just doing the packaging technique. I took a piece of plastic packaging, the overlay that comes on your bags of embellishments or enamel dots or what have you, and I just sprayed right onto that plastic and I smushed it down. And that's pretty much all there is to it. This is my favorite mixed media technique because it is so easy, and you don't really have to have any skill, So if you're new to mixed media, I would highly recommend trying this style first, because it is really easy. It's messy, especially when you're using a red spray and then you get red all over your hands and it looks like you're covered in blood. That's really fun, but it's totally worth it because it ends up looking really cool. And then because I didn't have time for this to dry overnight, I took a roll of paper towels and rolled it along to soak up all that excess spray and help it dry a little bit faster. And then I was able to start adhering down my pattern papers and my photo. This is pretty easy, not super crazy layout. I'm actually looking, I know that I had a sketch something that I had sketched out. Here it is. A long time ago, I had these notebooks, and sometimes I would sit, usually at work, at my desk, and I would go through scrapbook.com and I would sketch out layouts that I really liked. So this is actually based on a layout called Snuggle by a scrapbook.com user, Mama to Ainsley. I don't know if she's still scrapbooking out there in the world, but hopefully she is. I actually turned it on its side. So originally her layout had the two pieces of pattern paper and a vertical photo. I turned it on its side so that I could use this horizontal photo, but I kept a lot of the same elements there. You can actually see the notebook off to the side there. I was looking at it while I was working. She's got sort of a title going on at the top pattern paper that I have, and then she had a little bit of journaling down in the bottom right hand corner. So I'm still keeping those elements, or I will. You'll see me do them as I get to them, but everything is just turned on its side, and that's totally fine. I think that's a great way to use a sketch. If you are looking at it, you go through your Pinterest boards or whatever and you see sketches and you're like, oh, that doesn't work, but it could work. It could work for the photos that you use. And, you could have done this with with more than one photo, probably two. You could have done like 2 photos at top and then pattern paper at the bottom. There's lots of different ways that you could translate a sketch. So for the top piece, to go along with the title, I took another piece of pattern paper that has some candy canes on it, and I don't think I inked the edges. I'm actually looking at it right now. I did not ink the edges, but I cut it into a banner, and then I knew I wanted to use. So it's sort of a 2-part title. I knew I wanted to use these rub-ons that I had purchased at a local scrapbook store and kind of use one of those as a title. So I put that off to the bottom where the journaling is also going to go. And then I took an extra piece of that candy cane paper and did a smaller banner strip so that I'm tying both of those elements together. The thing at the top and the thing at the bottom, they're very similar. They're a little bit different, but they're using the same pattern paper and it kind of all ties it together. I kind of wanted to use the Mary rub-on on the top, but I just didn't really like how it was going to get lost among the pattern paper. So instead I used an old Pink Fresh Merry and Bright sticker sentiment, and I think that goes well because obviously both of them say Merry. And I titled this video Messy and Bright because it is mixed media and it was very messy. But obviously this is a Christmas themed layout. And I have the merry and bright elements on it as well. So that's why I titled this video Messy and Bright. I hope that you enjoy getting messy with your scrapbooking as well. It's been a while since I've done anything with mixed media, I have to be honest. But this was really fun. This is actually my last paper of the Vicki Boutin Foundation paper. So I need to order another paper pad of this. But it's like $10 for 12 sheets, which I think is not too bad. And you can get that at scrapbook.com or Paper Issues online. I don't know if any other online store sells it. If they do, let me know. So I also have these enamel dots, these green enamel dots that I got from my local scrapbook store. That unfortunately has closed down. And I'm just taking 3 different colors in 3 different sizes and, doing the rule of 3, kind of creating a little cluster there. There's going to be another cluster there over the side. I have a Christmas tree brad that I'm sticking down with a glue dot. I just folded the back side of the brad in and then stuck the glue dot to the back and then stuck it onto my layout. And that's an easy way to use a brad if you don't want to poke it through the paper. And poking it through the Vicki Boutin Foundation paper, this paper is super thick, so you're not going to get a brad through it unless you have a special hole puncher thing for brads. And I do not have that. And I don't like stabbing myself in the finger with brads and then worrying that I've given myself like metal poisoning, because I don't even know if that's a thing, but in my brain, it's totally a thing and I totally have it. So anyway, good times in my brain. So I'm just adding a little bit of journaling there using a red marker. I have some more enamel dots going around here. Very simple. I mean, the mixed media was probably the most involved portion of this. It's very simple, which I like. It's a little bit simple because I didn't have very many embellishments, but I do kind of like that nice clean look and how it really lets the mixed media smooshing technique stand out. So I hope that this video was helpful for you and that if you enjoyed it, again, you do give it a thumbs up and that you come back and scrapbook with me again another time. Thanks so much for watching.